What's up, guys? 24.2 is here, and that's a really cool workout. What it is, 20-minute AMRAP, 300-meter row, 10 deadlifts. The deadlift weight is 185, 125, and then we have 50 double unders. I love this workout. I think it's gonna be a ton of fun. So we wanna give you guys some tips. Bailey has already done the workout, so Bailey, tell us how it went.
I really think, again, it's kind of a longer workout, so it's about pacing and not coming out too hot. For me, I chose the row to kind of rest, catch my breath. I picked something that was really consistent, and I tried to keep it about the same every single round. And then I did my double unders and my deadlifts unbroken until the fifth round, which was probably about like the 16-minute mark. And that's when I started to get really gassed. So I felt like I did pretty good. I'm a very average CrossFitter. I finished like 70th percentile last year, so I would consider myself very average. So if you're average and you can do those deadlifts, it worked for me.
Here's the tips I have just looking at it. I would say I'm like slightly above average. Definitely not going to the games, but slightly above average. So if you feel like you're slightly above average pace, like I'm always in the top 92, 95 percentile, so somewhere in there. When I'm looking at the row, I want to start out really aggressive on that row and then settle into a slower pace. So probably the first 50 meters, I want to get that rower going quick. So every time I'm going to pull and get that thing going really aggressively. I'm also going to make sure that my straps are set up to where I can transition in and out of that row really, really fast. After I get into that like quick pace, I'm going to slow that pace down just a little bit. So I want to go something that's going to be sustainable the entire time, but it's going to be aggressive. And then I'm just making up my mind like I'm going to hold the pace. I'm thinking my pace is going to be between 155 and 159. In my head, I just don't want to see two. So as long as I'm not in the twos, I'm going to be okay, and it's going to be good. The deadlift, 185, unbroken for sure. If that's a heavy weight, then I would break it up from the beginning. So instead of having a time where you're like being forced to break it up, I would break it up early and do 5 and 5 from the beginning and be disciplined with your rests. But for me, I'm going to try to be really quick with my transitions, get right on this, and then just breathe through all those reps. Then we got the 50 dubs. If you're pretty good at double unders, I would go for the unbroken again, but really key thing is to think and stay relaxed. It's really easy to get tense on double unders, and then that takes a lot out of you. So take a breath right before you're about to go and stay relaxed throughout that whole thing. Try to breathe. If you mess up, it's gonna happen. Take a breath, don't let it kill your workout, and then just start again. I'm gonna try to get most of my rest here on the row. I'm not a strong rower, but again, I'm gonna try to make sure I'm breathing, recovering, and then unbroken here, and then just stay relaxed. Gotta stay relaxed and keep a consistent pace. It's kind of one of those workouts where you wanna start consistent. You really want that first round and last round to look almost identical. Ideally, you won't have a ton to push at the end because you gave it like a consistent push all the way throughout the workout. So definitely a gut check.
Absolutely. What a dynamic duo that we have going on. We have like above average, average. I felt like it was a good approach. And had the deadlifts been 15 pounds heavier, I probably would have honestly done like quick singles from the very beginning and tried my shot at RX. So yeah. Yeah,
it's gonna be fun. You're gonna have to be tough, but again, don't come out too hot. I feel like that's kind of the theme with all these CrossFit workouts is like, don't come out hot because you're gonna pay for it later. And I'm a big believer is like, if you're not sure how to pace this one, start slow and build pace. Yeah. That's a way better way than to start fast and then to like die at the end. Start slow, build that pace, and you're gonna be fine. So have some fun.
How many times am I gonna say that word?
What?
I think I've said gassed 5 times.
She's been gassed. So we'll see you next time.